Welcome into today's discussion with your host, Ming. We're discussing again, as always, our individual common journey towards daily resilience. Every 820 episode intends to remind you, guide you, suggest to you the direction and depth of your resilience. I cannot change your life. I love to have that kind of power and force, humility and confidence to say that. But I can only guarantee to change your perspective on this present moment. I want you to know that my intention is always positive. Perhaps the quality doesn't come across that way in every episode, but that's what I intend to do. As normal, as usual, I will stumble, mumble, rush through a statement or a word or something from a previous medical escapade, put it that way. But I'm still getting through that. And more importantly, is to get you, first of all, back up, get me to hear the message inside of me, for my creator, from my creator, and then to you, whoever you are out there, the one person that gets some value and quality out of one or the last 400 episodes. Either way, I hope it touches you positively and never negatively. If it does, pardon me, never the intention. It's always meant for the positive, the yes, and the love side of the life that I am learning to appreciate myself. Let's get into it. Today's topic is named or titled Resilience This Way. As I've said before, and it should be a common knowledge, but maybe it's not for you listening for the first time. This thing about resilience, the reason I use that term in the episodes and of course in the book itself that's out there on Amazon or on my website, resilience, the beauty of presence. We have more in common than we have in difference. Now I know, given the whole political scene, the warmongering and death and destruction mentality out there on the political side, on your community side, your state, your nation, we all have those kind of things bombarding us every day with those inferences, those suggestions, those commercials, those broadcasts that keep pounding and hitting us in the head and, of course, in the ears and the eyes with that notion that we have to compete. We have to do better. We have to kill or be killed. That's common. And many of us were brought up like that. Some of us in the military, some in combat, direct combat, some just in families. But we all have it to deal with. Either way, wherever you are, however to get here to the discussion, I'm coming back to that, back up, coming back and forth. I'm coming forward to that construct that we can share, that you can share with everyone you talk to today or encounter about resilience, being resilient. Not just a pretty word, the notion, the heart set, the will, the conviction, the commitment to go forward with that observation. And that's how you communicate it, you, in your presence, in everything that you do. So I say we have more in common than indifferent towards this thing on this journey called resilience. There's no one way to get there. Not my way, not your way, or the way. What I share with you is only my humble journey with bumps and bruises, cuts and abrasions and surgeries and divorces and all those things, lost jobs, all those things. Now, of course, sometimes when those things happen to you on your journey, particularly if you're having a great day, a great year, a great decade, and then something happens that suddenly shocks you back into a reality or out of the fantasy that, if you're like me, you're living, almost like blindly and not taking care of those small, not details, but those small things that we let fester because we never attended to them. We thought it would go away because, no one noticed. Everyone notices. Every comma one notices. That one is you in that mirror. That one is whoever created you in your mindset, in your heart set. That one sees and saw everything. So did you. Now, given that, I guess, brash in your face summary of who saw what in that dark alley or that hotel 8 states away from your family, it was seen. You know it. You knew it. So I'm sharing with you, not calling you out, calling myself out on that thing called truth and resilience. And the best that you had done that day and the best you do right now, you must live with it. It's not a question, can you live with it? You must live with that and move forward with it because you can't go back and erase that history. So all these perspectives I'm giving you today are not meant to be answers to your questions. I'm only offering you guidance and approaches to solving problems without answers. And that's what I do. That's my purpose and message. That's my quote unquote brand of what I do professionally and personally. To provide guidance and approaches to solving problems without answers. Offering you examples and models, somewhat tested, somewhat untested, some absolutely successful, some marginally successful. They are for you to use to help you in defining and refining what drives you to produce and communicate your own message and purpose. This all begins with observation. If you can recall or take some time to research the book itself, Resilience, the Beauty of Presence, the main model and construct about resilience is observation and communication. What you observe and communicate. And yes, repeat. With your best that day and with the best quality when you do that. Also, always about observations, not the heavy level thinking you think we do. Just observations that you get broadcast or installed in you from your original creator, your OEM stuff. That's the observations you can make. Take those that pique your attention, connect them to your desire and drive, communicate them, meaning action them, and then go forward with that decision. And learn the lessons, good, bad, or indifferent, but always going forward. And you do that with your original, genuine, and curious questions to produce your intent and from your own unique desire and drive. I'll leave with that. Stay present. Stay current. Do you know where your heart is? Let's keep it at 820.